All right, guys. So, yeah, there was one important thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to this. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to light this 236 over here because it's one of my favorite lanterns to play with. And I think this should work out okay here. Just give me a minute. I'll just put a little heat on the generator. This lantern always lights great. I love this lantern. So we'll just put this guy up here. And he can hang out. Oh, here, we'll turn him around maybe a little. But listen, you fluttering fucker. Do you hear it fluttering? I wanted to talk a little bit about this Bernzomatic 700, TX 700. And I think the most important thing for people to realize is that if you're going to buy one of these things or try and find one and even get it going again, these new cylinders, these cylinders right here, they don't fit. Like, they just literally don't fit. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Like, these are identical size. Like, this MAP Pro cylinder and this Torch Propane, Pro Torch Propane. But look at the difference. Look at the difference in diameter. And this is incredibly problematic because that won't go in there. So, like, if you're going to try and restore one of these torches, one of these lanterns, in England they call it a torch. But if you're going to try and restore one of these things, you actually literally have to find one of these. If you cannot find a cylinder that fits in the thing, you can't even see if it works, which is really a drag. And then, not only that, because these cylinders are so bloody old, you're going to have to know how to fill one of these things on your own in order to get it to work, which is another obstacle that people are going to have to overcome when it comes to playing the game of we want to get one of these things to go again. All right, we're leveling out here. We're all happy now? Or do we need to hit the tip cleaner with you again? That's nice and bright. Damn, that lantern works good. So, yeah, it was one of the things that I wanted to talk about because it's really unfortunate. It's not, you know, it's the one thing in the entire world, I think, the one thing that hasn't suffered from shrinkflation. Now, if these cylinders had suffered from shrinkflation, this would still fit in there. And I'm not really laughing because I think it's funny. I'm laughing because in every other facet of our lives, everything, chocolate bars, bags of chips, food products, the amount of hot dogs you get, freaking the amount of buns in a package, everything is suffering from shrinkflation, right? It's just mentally irregular. And I don't really understand. Here. Can we get that to go? We sure can. We'll just move that along over here and open that up. Now, I'm sorry if you can't see the whole lantern here. I know you can see all that and the cylinders and that. I don't know what it... I'm not going to navigate away from the shot to look at what's in the frame or not. I think it's important for me to mention that if you're gonna try and mess around with these Bernzomatic horizontal lanterns and or the cook stoves, because they make the exact same thing with a cook stove platform on it, unless you can find one of those smaller cylinders, the smaller diameter cylinder that fits in there, don't put one of these in. If you try, it's going to get stuck in there. You'll never get it out. And then also, because most of the cylinders you're going to find that are that age that fit in there are going to be completely empty and or, you know, potentially useless, you're going to need to be able to fill it on your own. And there's lots of videos about filling, you know, these little 1 pounders from a 20 pounder where you turn it over and you have the adapter and all. Like, I'm not going to get into that. There's a liability involved in that I'm just not willing to post on here. But I was able to get this to work. There was a considerable degree of work involved in getting that going. It was not easy. This thing was nothing more than a check valve issue and, excuse me, and a little bit of cleaning. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because nobody is talking about that. There are guys on here that are showing this stuff. They're talking about it. They're saying what a great thing it is and everything, but they're not saying what needs to be said. This and everything like this that's currently available. This is even a Bernzomatic cylinder. That might be MAP Pro, but the other one, the blue, the regular propane one, it's the same size. They don't fit. So if you buy one of these, make sure it has a cylinder in it that fits and that you're able to refill it, because if you can't find one with a cylinder that fits down inside that tube, attempting to do a restoration on it is not going to help. I mean, yeah, there might be some way to adapt it. I'm quite certain somebody's done this already and found a way to run one of those big fat green bottles off next to it or something. I don't know. But in its original configuration, unless you have one of those cylinders and you're able to refill a cylinder, a 1 pound cylinder from a 20, or from whatever size cylinder you're filling it from, your efforts are going to be futile. So that's all I have to say. It's real nice to, like, it's still, we can still go outside a little at night. It's not super cold, or it's getting there. I'm just going to shut the 236 down here. The gas pressure lanterns always take a little bit longer to shut off than the propane ones. You know, you can still see this. I don't even know if you can see that sort of flame is subsiding inside of the mantle. But here, if we want to shut it off, it's just like this. Done. So thanks for taking a look at that. I thought it was important because nobody's really talking about that. And anybody, by the way, anybody that has any of these smaller diameter cylinders that they want to get rid of, I'm willing to pay decent money for those. If you're willing to ship them to Canada, the proof in the pudding is going to be whether or not they're empty, and you're going to have to prove they're empty. You know, you're going to have to take a small, like a 2mm Allen wrench or, you know, something, stick in there and empty the thing completely so there's zero in it, not even any air. Because if they check it, they're just going to seize the damn thing on its way across the border. But yeah, thank you for taking a look. And hopefully that's some valuable information to people that want to try and do anything with one of these lanterns, because either this lantern or this cook stove, if you don't have the cylinder that fits into this tube, it isn't going to do anything. It's very unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.